You know that feeling? You're listening to a song and right at the peak, at that one perfect moment, that sudden amazing wave of chills that just runs right through you. The hairs on your arms stand up, you get a tingle across your skin, and for a split second it feels like music is literally a part of you. Well, that feeling has a name. It's called frisson. And while it feels like total magic, what's actually going on is a fascinating story happening deep inside your brain. A story of prediction, surprise, and a chemical reward system that is millions of years old. For a long time, this was a complete mystery, but now thanks to modern neuroscience, we can peel back the layers and see exactly what's happening. So in this video, we're going to break down the exact neurological chain reaction that triggers that physical chill. We'll find out how specific connections between your hearing and emotional centers create this powerful response, and what's really interesting, what experiencing it might say about you. So what even is frisson? It comes from the French word for shiver, and sometimes you hear it called aesthetic chill or even a skin orgasm, which is maybe a bit much, but you get the idea. It's a physical response to something emotionally moving, and it comes with that signature tingling and goosebumps. And while we mostly link it to music, it's not exclusive. You can get that same shiver looking at an incredible piece of art, watching a powerful movie scene, or hearing a great speech. It's your body physically underlining a moment that really hits you. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not everyone experiences it, strangely. Studies suggest only half to 2/3 of us regularly get music-induced chills. For some people, it happens all the time. For others, music is great, but it never crosses that line into a physical feeling. And that's been a huge question for researchers. Why can two people listen to the same exact song and one is just covered in goosebumps while the other is just tapping their foot? Turns out it's not about taste, it's about the actual physical wiring of our brains. To get what's really going on here, we need a landmark example. Think back to 2009 on the stage of Britain's Got Talent. This 47-year-old woman, Susan Boyle, walks out. She looks unassuming, a bit awkward. The judges are skeptical, the crowd is quiet, and everyone's brain is making a prediction about what's about to happen. The expectation is low, and then she starts singing. The first notes of I Dream the Dream hit, and in an instant, every single prediction is just shattered. The voice is so powerful and beautiful, so completely opposite of what everyone expected based on what they saw, that it sends a shockwave through the room. That collective gasp, the tears, the judges' stunned faces, that right there is a textbook case of a mass frisson event. It was a perfect example of what neuroscientists call violation of expectancy, and it's that moment, that profound, pleasurable surprise where the real neurological story starts. Okay, so to get the chill, you have to follow the music on its journey deep into the brain. And I'll split this journey into 4 main parts: the auditory path, the emotional connection, the moment of surprise, and finally the chemical reward. It all starts with basic physics. Sound waves travel into your ear and get converted into electrical signals. These signals shoot up to a key processing hub in your brain, that is the auditory cortex. For most sounds you hear every day, a car horn, your fridge humming, the AC blowing, this is pretty much where the story ends. The auditory cortex figures out what the sound is and job is pretty much done. But music isn't just any sound. It's structured, it's patterned, and it's emotional, pleasant to listen to. So when a piece of music has the emotional weight, the signal doesn't just stop. It gets a VIP pass to the deeper, older, and much more powerful parts of the brain. This is where just hearing something transforms into feeling something. So the difference between someone who gets chills and someone who doesn't seems to come down to the actual physical wiring in the brain. Using this really cool imaging tech called diffusion tensor imaging, DTI, which basically maps the brain's internal highways, researchers were able to make a breakthrough. They found that people who get frisson have more neural fibers, a bigger, better connected highway between their auditory cortex and their emotional centers. This highway links up a few key players. First is the insula, a region that handles self-awareness and our gut feelings. The insula is what makes you not just think you're happy, but physically feel it. Then the signal hits the medial prefrontal cortex, MPC, not that MPC, this MPC. amygdala, which connects the music to your memories and your identity and decides, hey, this is important to me. At the same time, the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, fires up. It's not just out of fear, it registers any kind of emotional intensity. It's what makes your hair stand on end when you sense danger, but it also lights up during moments of intense joy, priming your body for something big. So now the stage is set, the sound is processed, the emotional importance is logged, and your body is on high alert. But the trigger for the chill itself, that's the spark that sets it all off, is a clever trick that the music plays on your brain. See, your brain is basically a prediction engine. When you listen to a song, you're unconsciously predicting what comes next. The next beat, the next chord, the next note. This is based on every song you've ever heard in your life. The chill happens in that exact moment the music breaks your prediction, but in a good way. It's the sudden crescendo that comes out of nowhere. The vocalist hitting a surprisingly high note that just hangs in the air, for example. It's a beautiful chord change you just didn't see coming. In that split second, your brain's prediction is shattered. The amygdala sends out a tiny ancient alarm signal, warning something unexpected happened. But almost instantly, your conscious brain jumps in and goes, wait, this isn't a threat. This is safe. Actually, this is beautiful. It's this mental whiplash, a tiny what was that moment, immediately followed by, oh, that was awesome. The brain is essentially rewarding itself for figuring out that a surprise isn't always a bad thing. And the reward for pulling off this trick, a big surge of the neurotransmitter, guess who? Dopamine. Using another advanced imaging technique, PET scans, researchers at McGill University actually watched this happen. When people hit those peak chill moments, their brains released dopamine in the nucleus accumbens, the very heart of the brain's reward system. And this is a huge deal because it's the exact same brain circuit that lights up for things we need to survive, like eating good food or having sex. This was the final piece of the puzzle, the neurochemical proof for why music, which has no obvious survival value, feels so vital and intensely pleasurable. It basically hijacks our most powerful motivational system. The research even found a two-stage process. As you're leading up to your favorite part of the song, your brain starts releasing a bit of dopamine in anticipation. Then when the climax hits and the chill happens, a second bigger surge of dopamine is released, and that's the euphoric rush. The proof is pretty solid. When studies gave people a drug to block dopamine, their ability to get chills from music was significantly reduced. Dopamine isn't just related to the chill, it's what causes it. So we know how it works, but the story doesn't quite end there. The fact that some people get this and others don't seems to be deeply connected to our personalities, transforming this from just a cool science fact into something more personal. Psychologists have this model called the Big Five to describe personality: openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. And the results here are super consistent. The one trait that almost perfectly predicts whether you get chills is openness to experience. People who score high in openness are typically curious, having a vivid imagination. They appreciate art and beauty and are open to new ideas and feelings. This suggests that people who get chills aren't just hearing music, they're engaging with it on a much deeper level. They are building mental images, they are getting lost in the sound, and their minds are just more porous, letting the music connect with their thoughts and emotions. Their deep cognitive engagement is what unlocks that physical response. I'm sure describing this, you can think of friends, especially musicians, who are like this. And this isn't just a personality thing, it goes back to the actual physical wiring. As those DTI scans showed, people who get chills literally have the more robust multi-lane superhighway between their sound and emotion centers. So when you feel a chill, you're not just being more emotional, you're feeling the direct result of a brain that's structurally built for a richer connection between sound and feeling. This leads to a chicken or egg question. Does having this brain structure make you more open, or does a lifetime of being open and engaging with art actually help build and strengthen these pathways? What do you guys think? Leave your comments below. With what we know about neuroplasticity, it's probably a bit of both. It's like how musical training can physically change the brain over time. On the flip side, there is a rare condition called musical anhedonia, where people can process music just fine, but they get zero pleasure from it. And studies show they have reduced connectivity between their their auditory cortex and reward system. The superhighway just isn't there. This really highlights that frisson isn't a given. It's a special feature that comes from a unique mix of brain structure and personality. So this all comes down to one final big question. Why? Why do we have this incredibly complex response to something as abstract as music? It doesn't feed us or help us reproduce, so it seems like a weird use of a brain's powerful reward system. The main theory is that music basically co-opted the brain's reward system for social bonding. The same dopamine pathways that were designed to make us repeat survival behaviors were repurposed to reinforce things that make us a stronger group. Early humans who sang and chanted together probably formed stronger bonds, which helped with cooperation and survival. When you get a chill, your brain is, in a way, treating the music like a positive social interaction. This is precisely what happens at concerts, and even more so smaller concerts like living room type concerts, especially when you know the songs of the artist that you're singing to and you can relate with those songs. Some of the triggers for frisson are almost like echoes of ancient communication. A sudden high-pitched vocal can sound a bit like a separation distress call that other primates use, triggering this old alarm and reassurance circuit. So that chill you feel, it just might be a faint ghost from a time when sharing an auditory experience was critical to staying together and staying safe. Music becomes a kind of empathy machine, letting one person communicate an emotion to thousands and creating this powerful sense of shared experience. So the journey of a musical chill is pretty remarkable. It starts as a simple vibration in the air, travels through these complex brain highways, and ends in this profound physical feeling. We've seen how music plays with your brain's predictions to create a beautiful surprise, how that surprise triggers a flood of dopamine, and how the whole thing is made possible by your brain's unique wiring and the personality trait of being open to the world. That shiver you feel isn't just some random twitch. It is a testament to how powerfully music can tap into the deepest parts of our brains, most times without permission. It's basically a sign that you're wired for a rich emotional life and that you're someone who engages with the world with a ton of curiosity and imagination. Now, I want to turn this over to you. This is such a personal thing, and the music that triggers it is different for everyone. So I'm genuinely curious, what song gives you chills every single time? And throw in the song from my album Made of Music, which does this for you. And if you've not listened to it, please listen to it and give me some feedback. What is that one track or that one moment in a song that never fails to work? Share it in the comments below. Let's create a playlist of the world's most frisson-inducing music. And if you enjoyed this journey into the mind, do not forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of being human and how music affects our brains. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.